21-year-old water skier. I've been competing in water skiing since I've been 20 years old. And over those years, the sport has changed so dramatically that the stresses that are put on the body today are so incredibly intense that obviously with that intensity comes the potential for greater injury and the frequency of injuries. And specifically in water skiing, we found that the shoulders bear the major brunt of the loads that are imposed upon us from the force of the boat and the turns that we're demanded to make at such a high speed and such a short distance. And as these ropes get shorter, the intensity becomes even greater. So over those years, anybody involved in competitive water skiing and even just general water skiing have suffered at some point some sort of strains or injuries, some more significant than others. I myself had a severe rotator cuff tear from a water skiing accident, and that tear was so significant that it required surgery. Dr. Chang, who we've come to know to be extremely knowledgeable in sports-related injuries, and at that point that injury was so intense that we decided to perform surgery. Dr. Chang inserted 7 titanium screws in my left shoulder, and at first it appeared to be such an elementary looking device and one that didn't appear to be something that could strengthen or maintain strength in the shoulder area. But until he explained what the device, how the device is designed and what its intentions are, I started to, he left a few of the devices with me. I started to work with it, and I found that all the time that I spend in the gym, there was nothing that could complement the having any specific a device to specifically relate to the shoulder area, and more specifically to the rotator cuff area, again of which has been a predominant cause of pain and injury from our sport of water skiing. So with Dr. Chang's device, ShoulderSphere, I started to use it as a warm-up device prior to my going out and training on a daily basis. And I found that the isolation of the rotator cuff area was so pronounced that I felt no pain coming in from a training session, but more importantly, between training sessions, I utilized the device to maintain the motion, range of motion, and the feeling of having the loads put on me by being out on the water. So this device has created the ability for me to train as if there was no downtime, either between sets each day or between sets over a period of time. I have since demonstrated this device to others in the competitive water ski world, and it's been extremely well received. And again, more importantly, because our sport is so concentrated on the upper body and specifically the rotator cuff area, and these athletes have now received the technical and I now understand the technical workings of the ShoulderSphere and how it specifically relates to our sport in maintaining our strength and preventing possible injuries. And I think there is nothing else that I have found in the gym with free weights or machines or rubber bands or TRX bands. Nothing has been able to isolate the rotator cuff